Hi, my name is Chad. Welcome to Blue Collar Guitar. Please hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, click on the link to join my emailing list, and get yourself a free ebook. Alright, so in previous videos we talked about what we're going to be talking about through this video series, about being in a band, what that takes. So the first two videos were about your first kind of project, whereas mostly you and maybe one other guy or girl or whatever, and you're just having fun. And then the second video we talked about how now you're in a band, not everybody's great, but you're just kind of just getting through the whole. I'm now in a band. I'm with 5 people, and we're all going to try to actually accomplish something. Okay, so now let's talk about being in a cover band. So at this point, you've been playing for a while. You want to start making some money. You want to start getting a little more serious, and you decide that you want to be in a cover band, and that is fantastic. You've got yourself to a whole new level. Now, if you want to jump into an established band, you'll definitely want to take my course on how to learn by ear. Or if you want to start a band, that's a whole other ballgame. If you're starting a band, at this point now you got to start looking around and be realistic about what kind of band you're already in. If you got the guys picked out, they might be great guys, but are they really up to it? Can Johnny on the drums play a tempo straight without speeding up or slowing down? Is the bass player actually playing the bass lines, or is he just following the guitar line? Can your singer hit the notes for the songs that you want to play making money? These are things you got to start looking at. Also, it's very important at this point, since if you're starting a band, you're not jumping into an established band here. This is where you're going to start your own cover band from scratch, and you're looking at the players. Now, an important thing you have to ask everyone, just like any other relationship, you have to be open and honest. Like, what do you want in this band? Because you might turn out the guy on the keyboards just wants to get high, wants to come to practice and get high and party. Well, that might not seem like a big deal at first, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months down the road, when you still haven't accomplished a goddamn thing, and you don't have 50 songs, you only have 15 songs, because every fucking practice, buddy's partying, getting high. Is that someone you want in your band? It might not be a conflict now, but later on down the road it might be. If everybody in the band is not on the same page, and you're all gung-ho to accomplish learning 50 songs, and you want to do it in a certain time stamp, this is all things you got to think about and talk about before you waste any time. What about not learning songs? Like, what about if the drummer shows up and you're supposed to learn 5 songs this week and the drummer only learned 2? Well, then what are you doing all practice? It's such a waste. You got to make sure people understand, where you want to be. It's okay if if not everyone's on the same page or same level you are. All that means is, you have to be honest. You have to say, well, if I stay on this project, I love all you guys and you're awesome, but if I stay in this project, I'm going to start getting pissed off because I really want to accomplish more. I mean, we can still jam and have fun, but I'm going to look for another band. Here's some rules that I think can help you having a more seamless first cover band experience. Rule number 1, only play songs that make your singer shine. Say that over and over and over and over and over again until you understand that. Like, I get it. You want to play that Guns N' Roses solo because you kick ass at it. And you'll come off stage and you'll play that solo and you'll nail it. And you'll be thinking, oh my God, we sound so fucking great. And you'll get off stage and every single person you talk to, and you're all jacked to hear about how great your solo was, all you're going to hear is that, dude, your singer sucks. That's all you're going to hear. Because most people listening don't listen to music like us musicians do. They don't listen to the guitar solo necessarily. Most of them only hear the singer. So you really have to base your set list off what your singer is capable of. And it really sucks. There's so many great tunes for you, as a guitarist especially, that you want to play. Oh my God. But if your singer can't sing them, you don't go near them. This is, unfortunately, more about the singer than anything else. And it's something you have to realize. And it's something, it's a difference between a great band, a great cover band, and a half-ass cover band. It really is. It's such a huge thing. And it took me years to figure that out, guys. I'm telling you. I would make my singers sing tunes they couldn't hit at all, because I really wanted to play a guitar solo. I wanted to shred it on that guitar, and I would. That's exactly what happened. I get off stage, I'm like, fuck, I killed that solo. I'd be like, dude, your singer really sucks. I'd be like, oh, really? I think they're pretty good. Yeah, well, meanwhile, I'm making them play, you know, Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, Journey, and all these high singers that they just couldn't hit. But I was just so, you know, ego-based on my own things that I didn't recognize that. So that's why I'm talking about it. It's very, very, very important. Rule number 2, what kind of cover band do you want to be? Do you want to simply play a couple parties? Do you want to play in bars for money regularly? Do you want to play at the casino? Do you want to be a wedding band? That's something all you guys have to sit down and figure out. It's so important. Because what is your job as a band? Depends what venue you're playing at. I played weddings. Your job is to get everybody dancing all night long. So am I playing, you know, Crazy Train? No. I need to play dance songs. That's my job as a wedding band. There's tribute bands. You want to nail that. Like, it needs to be perfect. The casino gig's a bit different. You know, maybe necessarily they don't want people dancing in the casino, so it's sort of like, I'm going to entertain people all night. Not necessarily, you know, get them up dancing. Hopefully they'll stay and drink beer, spend money, and keep them staying through the music you're playing. Some people may dance, but overall, that's not necessarily a dancing gig. It's more of an entertainment gig, right? But it's all high-end stuff. You better have your shit together if you ever want to play the casino again, right? So it's important as a band you guys focus and understand what kind of band you want to be for real. So once you've decided that, what's your job as a band? If it's a wedding, bar band, or a traveling band, your job is to definitely get people to drink, 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 and dance, dance, dance. How do you get them to drink? Well, by dancing. How do you get them to dance? Well, by drinking. That's it. That's it, man. And if you can keep the party going, everybody's dancing, you will be a well-established band very quickly. I promise you. So the question is, are you guys willing to play songs that you might not like to play? Like definitely coming from a guitar perspective, there's just been so many songs I did not like playing, but I did for the gig. And the gig paid very well. So you have to swallow some pride there sometimes, guys. But you just have to understand, what is your job as a band? As a tribute band, your job is to get as close as the band that you're performing as possible. And I'm talking like clothes, I'm talking sounds on the instruments. Does the artist you pick have enough songs? Can you play a whole night as, you know, whatever, Lenny Kravitz? He's got some good songs, but then you start listening to him and it's like, there's a lot of slow songs in his music. There's not a lot of up-tempo, fun dance songs, but maybe it's a good enough artist just because of the songs. It's all stuff you have to weigh out. Can the singer, most importantly, you know, hit those notes, sing those songs, and look like the singer from the band? That's the most important. Tribute bands are a cash cow. You get a good tribute band going, each guy in that band can make $500 to $800 a night, you know, easily. And that's a great side hustle, and it's something you should look at if you can find the right singer to fit, you know. That's very important. It's really everything. So the casino gig is a totally different monster. It's not your job to necessarily make people dance at the casino. It's your job at the casino to entertain the crap out of people. Be very tight, be very good, be an amazing band, and just entertain people. But you have to realize that the people aren't there to see you. They're there to gamble. A lot of times people will just walk by, look at you, and keep walking. This is stuff that you can't take personally. You know, like it's no big deal. You'll have tables of people that might not pay attention to you at all because they're busy talking. And the casino, a lot of times you're just background noise, quite frankly. And don't be shocked you finish a song, even if you killed it. No one might not even clap. There'll be some people usually. And of course, as the night goes on, you get more attention, but the casino doesn't want anybody watching you, quite frankly. They just want everybody gambling. So it's something you got to think about. Again, you're more background noise, but you'll always have groups of people that will come for the band, the dance, and all that stuff too. But it really is a different thing. And it's after playing years in bars and weddings and tribute bands, and then playing in the casino, it was a whole different vibe. I liked it a lot. I liked the professionalism of it all, and the sound and lighting guys we had at the casino were top notch, and you can't beat that experience. I mean, within seconds, that sound guy had me dialed in through the monitors, and it sounded like heaven. A lot of times, monitor sounds are brutal, but yeah, it's great playing at a casino. The money's stellar, and it's great being around professionals, you know. But it is a different animal. Just a heads up. Okay, so another thing, in all the above situations, whether it's wedding, casino, bar, tribute band, whatever, whoever hired you is in charge of the volume. And that's something you have to understand. You might like cranking it up. You get to that wedding or the casino and they say turn it down. Or you go to a bar and they say you guys got to turn it down. Turn it the fuck down. You got to understand that. I mean, you can say screw you. I mean, I did it. F you, I'm going to play all loud as I want. Yeah, never play there again. You're just cutting yourself off from future gigs when you have that attitude. Definitely a huge mistake on my part and thinking that way. Alright, so lastly here, what does it mean to be in a band that's making money? Well, you got to have a certain amount of songs, right? Let's say 50 songs. Myself personally, where I'm at now, if I'm going to join a cover band or a tribute band or a wedding band for the cash to have some fun on weekends, once we pick the songs we're going to play, we all agree on it, and again, we're focused on what the singer can do and can't do, and what kind of band we are, we're going to pick songs for that. Once we pick those 40 or 50 songs, for me, if the band is not up playing live in 3 months, I walk. Now, that might sound a little harsh, a little much, but trust me, my experience is that if it doesn't leave after 3 months, it will never, ever leave the basement, ever. That's just the way it is. You lose all your momentum, and you start finding, oh, maybe that, you know, that bass player really doesn't want to even play. He's just kind of in because he felt he should, because he's good friends with the drummer, whatever it is. You got to recognize this shit and cut it and leave. I'm telling you, I just saved you years of your life. So, what does it mean? So, okay, for like in my case, if I'm going to say, let's learn 40 songs in 3 months, well, really, you want to kind of get it done in 2 months. So 40 songs, you learn 5 songs a week, that's 8 weeks, correct? So every week you have to learn 5 songs and know them. And then the following week, you learn the next 5 songs. And you keep doing it until you hit your 40. Now then halfway through, about a month and a half in, start booking, because bars are already booked up. You know, it might even be hard to get into a bar, you know, a month and a half from the time you start booking, but that's a good time to start booking, month and a half in, maybe a month in. Once you know, okay, yeah, we're doing this is going good, I'm going to start booking. What that does too, it gives you guys a target. Oh shit, hey, next month we're playing at that bar, don't forget, learn your shit. So, with the last month, so we got 8 weeks of learning songs. The last month, it's all about going back to the beginning and make sure everybody remembers, maybe getting your beginnings, your endings, you got a month. If you're practicing once a week, twice a week, again, you know what, for me, I like practicing once a week because the more time I'm spending screwing around at a practice is less time I can actually learn my parts. I need to learn my parts. That's the most important thing. And in my opinion, that's the way each band member should be thinking. I need to learn my parts, get them down. We practice once a week. If I know my parts, you know your parts, you know your parts. It should be a flawless practice. Correct? That's the way you got to kind of attack it. I mean, you don't have to attack it like that, but if you don't, you're going to waste years of your life, I promise you, in cover bands. If people can't do it, they can't do it. And again, it's nothing you can get mad about. It's just something you have to talk about, recognize, and say, damn it, you know, Johnny on bass ain't cutting it. Every time he comes to practice, he didn't learn his 5 songs. Now we're 10 songs behind, and we go to practice, he only wants to play the 2 songs that he learned. We're on, you know, song 15, he's still on song 3. I mean, that's a pretty clear sign. Johnny on bass needs to fucking go. But it's tough. And that might back up your project. But at the same time, if it is a project and everyone else is doing the work, is doing good, except for one guy, you got to get rid of him and find a new guy. You got to be kind of harsh about it. You don't have to be, but if you don't, you'll never get out of the basement. It'll be a complete waste of your time. So, you know, ending on a little harsher note, but it's the truth and stuff you have to recognize being in a cover band. All right, thank you for watching. my video series on bands. Don't forget to subscribe.